Hi there, my name is Oliver Brackenbury and I'm the editor of New Edge Sword and Sorcery magazine. Issue 0 is seen here. We are currently doing a Kickstarter for issues 1 and 2. There's a link to that underneath the video. So the point of this video that you're watching right now is to discuss short fiction magazines, which obviously I loved before I was trying to get my own magazine out there. It would be weird to start with a magazine and then try and find a love for it later, don't you think? I think I agree with you, Oliver, who's talking to the camera. Oh boy, this is getting meta. So yes, because a lot of people don't read short fiction magazines, or maybe don't even realize they're out there, you know? I mean, there's people every day who haven't listened to the Beatles or, watched Star Wars. I thought I would make this little video to cover the points of why they're cool. One great thing about short fiction magazines is they are a very efficient way to try out a bunch of different authors. Using my own as an example here, you can see we've got 6 fiction authors and then a whole bunch of different non-fiction authors, and you can also check out all kinds of very cool art, which is fun. Most magazines like to try and do art to go with their stories, for example, there, and that is also very fun. Yeah. So a bit more entertaining to see it all woven together into a magazine rather than just say, I don't know, endlessly browsing Instagram. I myself had a really fun experience discovering an author named Howard Andrew Jones in this magazine, Tales from the Magician's Skull. The story I read a few years ago was called The Second Death of Hanavar. Oh, check out that cool art. Yeah, so I read this story a couple of years ago, went, holy cow, this is a great story, I'm really enjoying it. And I kept getting more issues in the magazine, then there was a few more Hanavar stories, I really like those too. Lo and behold, Baen Books is coming out with Hanavar books. 2 of them, actually, this year, so keep an eye out for those. And yeah, I know I want to get those books now. There's no doubt, because I've read those short stories. I got to sort of, hear the band play in smaller venues before playing in the big stadium. So yeah, it's a great way to kind of try before you buy, in a way, with various creators. Another benefit of short stories is right there in the name. They're short, and not just when they're in a smaller digest form like Old Moon Magazine, which is another one that I myself enjoy. I mean, look at that. Just a few pages per story, a few thousand words per story. So yeah, if you want to just enjoy, again, trying out a bunch of different authors, but not make your to-be-read pile grow out of control, check out a short fiction magazine. If you keep following a magazine, you might enjoy another pleasure of short stories, which is serialized characters. For example, James Enke, I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly, sorry James if I'm not, has a character named Morlock Ambrosius. Here he is in issue 3 of Tales from the Magician's Skull, and the story 5 Deaths, the story of Morlock Ambrosius. Again, cool art. And here I am still enjoying him quite a while later in issue 9 of Tales from the Magician's Skull with 3 festivals. Tale of Morlock Ambrosius, there you go. So, in that sense, it's kind of like serialized television, which is cute. In case you're worrying, oh, do I have to have every issue of the magazine to know what's going on in the adventures of Morlock Ambrosius or any other serialized short story character I follow? The answer is no. I would say 99.9% of short story authors are sensible enough to write the adventures of their recurring characters so that you can be, just as a reader, airdropped in at any point, understand what's going on, and have a good time. But if you have read all the stories, perhaps there'll be little Easter eggs or rewards, or just, something like a sense of satisfaction at following your guy, through their many adventures. Finally, I would say another benefit of getting into short story magazines is that there's a really strong community. The people who love them, and it can be really fun to meet other fans of the magazines, of the specific artists and authors within them, or both. I myself have found my favorite online community in a Discord server for the magazine Whetstone, which is digital only, so I'll throw a picture up here. Hopefully I remember to do that in the edit. And yeah, I'll put a link to that in the description as well. It's where I met pretty much everyone that I've been working with on my own magazine, which I will take a chance to show again at the end, because at the end of the day, this is crass self-promotion, or, maybe it's just me sharing stuff that I love in the hopes of helping fuel my own dreams of making my own short fiction magazine. They have a long tradition, by the way, going back to, before the 1930s. I think of the 1930s because that's when sword and sorcery, the genre of my own magazine, began. But yeah, they go back even further, and it's really fun actually if you can find old issues from the 70s, 60s, and earlier still. But like I say, there's lots of contemporary stuff right now, and you know what? I won't just link to my magazine, I'll link to a few other ones, including the guys that I showed in this video in the description. So yeah, If you enjoy giant phone book length fantasy novels or other things that are not this, that's cool. You can enjoy two flavors. I strongly encourage you to give short story magazines a chance. They're very cool. All right, thanks for watching.